Today I think that we are going to complete the first portion of percentage, and thereafter today only we are going to start the second portion. Okay, so till now any doubt to any question to anybody? And online students, if you have any problem regarding that, do contact me, DM the institute, or try to contact the management. Okay, soon we are going to resolve your queries. Okay, so I think that up to question number this was done. Income tax was done. I think that this was also done. X and Y. This was the last question of previous lecture. Okay, so in this question what was mentioned that X is earning something more than Y, then how much Y is earning less than X, and I think that we have dealt the entire concept in detail. Okay, so shall I move to next question? Next question is also the replica of this question only, but with a proper statement. See here what question is saying that if Kishan's salary is 16 plus 2 by 3% less than Radha. Okay, so first of all what we will do, we will convert the percentage into fraction. Okay, and by this time I think that everybody is comfortable in converting the percentage into fraction. So here 16 whole 2 by 3 can be easily converted into 1 by 6. Okay, now what question is saying that Kishan's salary is this much amount less, it means that minus sign will come here, then Radha, it means that Radha's salary will be 6. So say here Radha's salary is 6 and Kishan's salary will be 5. 6 minus 1, 5. So what is the difference in their salary if we are taking the solution part into consideration? So 1 unit is the difference in their salary. Okay, so by how much percent does Radha's salary is more than Kishan? By how much percent? Okay, so percentage change will be 1 upon there is than Kishan, it means that 5 into 100%, that comes to be 20%, isn't it? Any doubt? Asa, you people got the PDF of this? No, today you will get. Okay, provide them the PDF. So any doubt in this question? Okay, now see, moving to this question, question number 13. If 60% of the student in a school are boys, it means how many are girls? 40%. Okay, and the number of girls are 972. Okay, so first of all what we will do, we will convert percentage into fraction. Okay, so 60%, when we are going to convert into fraction, it will come 3 by 5. Okay, now see here 60% of the students, 60% of the student, it means that 5 is the total number of student, and out of those 5, 3 are boys. यहाँ तक कोई दिक्कत है? तो it means that if 3 are boys, so 2 are girls, because total number of student in that particular section is 5. Okay, so 2 are girls, but in our question what is given, that number of girls are 972. It means that 2 will represent 972, so 1 will represent 486. How? Divide both side by 2, so 1 will be 486. Okay, so if 1 is 486, what has been asked, how many boys are there in the school? Okay, according to our solution, how many boys are there? 3. So if 1 represents 486, the number of boys will be multiplied by 3. बताइए. नहीं नहीं, ये 486 गर्ल्स की क्वांटिटी नहीं है, गर्ल्स की क्वांटिटी तो 2 है. हम अपने सॉल्यूशन में हम तो मान रहे हैं ना कि टोटल नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट 5 हैं, टोटल नंबर ऑफ बॉयज़ 3 हैं, टोटल नंबर ऑफ गर्ल्स 2 हैं, बट एक्चुअल में गर्ल्स कितने हैं 972। तो इसका मतलब हमारा जो 2 है वो क्या रिप्रेजेंट कर रहा है 972। इट मीन्स दैट 1 क्या रिप्रेजेंट करेगा 486। तो हमारा 1 क्वेश्चन के 486 के बराबर है। सो पूछा क्या गया है, व्हाट हैज़ बीन आस्क्ड इन द क्वेश्चन, हाउ मेनी आर द नंबर ऑफ बॉयज़। According to our solution, how many are the number of boys 3, but according to the question what will 3 represent, so 3 will represented by 486 into 3, isn't it? ठीक है, अभी you people are feeling little bit comfortable with the percentage. As soon as we will proceed, things will get clear much more. Okay, see here. If a student scored 25% marks, then he failed by 210 marks. Okay, first of all read the question. If a student scored 25% mark, then he is failed by 210 marks. But if he scored 55% marks, then he is passed by 240 marks. Find the passing percentage, isn't it? See what question is trying to say. There is a boy who is going to score 25% marks out of the total marks, and he is failed by some numbers. Same boy, if he is going to score 55% marks, then he is passed by how many numbers 240 marks. So here what we have to calculate, we have to calculate the passing percentage. So now try to understand this question with a figure. What question is trying to say basically, see here what question is trying to say. Suppose this is the line which represent the passing percentage. Okay, now the boy scored 25% marks in the first case, and in the second case he scored 55% marks. Okay, when he scored 25% marks, then he is failed by 210 marks. It means that he is scoring whatever the marks that is less than passing marks by 210. Okay, wait for a minute. Akash, we have discussed one question, two questions, but that are simple. Okay, this is a slightly different question, so I will start it again. See, the question is saying that there is a boy who is scoring 25% marks in an examination and fail by certain number. Okay, the same student is going to score 55% marks again, and then he is passed by certain marks. So we have to calculate the passing percentage. Okay, so now focus on this diagram. When the student is scoring 25% marks, then he is failed by 210 marks. Suppose this is the passing line, this is the passing line. Okay, so when he is going to score 25% mark, he is failed by 210 marks. When he is going to score 55% marks, then he is going to pass by how much marks? 240 marks. It means that he is scoring 240 more than the passing marks. Up to this level, everything is clear. So see here, now try to understand what I want to convey. What is the difference in the marks between 25% and 55%? 240 plus 210. Suppose if any student is going to score 25% marks and another student is going to score 55% marks, then what is the difference in the marks scored by both of them? Difference will be 240 plus 210. Okay, it means that how much is the percentage gap? 30%. It means that 30% will represent 210 and 240. यहां तक क्लियर है? ठीक है. सो अब देखिए यहां पे दो तरीके हो सकते हैं क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करने के. या तो आप कर दिए 30% इज इक्वल टू 450, so 1% is equal to 15, so total marks will be 100%, so 100% will be 1500. सही है? यहां तक कोई दिक्कत है भाई? 30% we have calculated the numerical value or the absolute value of 30% marks is 450, so 1% marks will be 450 divided by 30. So the total marks is always 100%. So 100% marks is 1500. Now what has been asked in the question? Find the passing percentage. Okay. So 1500 is the total marks, and the student is scoring 25% marks. Then also he is failed by 210 marks. So what is the passing percentage in that examination? Passing percentage is, see, 25% plus we will find out the percentage that equates 210. It means that 210 upon 1500 into 100. हाँ, किस तरीके से? हाँ हाँ, आप किसी भी तरह से कर सकते हैं. देखिए किया क्या है इसमें, इन्होंने पूछा है पासिंग परसेंटेज. ओके, तो देखिए 25% मार्क्स जब वो स्टूडेंट इज स्कोरिंग, देन ही इज फेल्ड बाय हाउ मच मार्क्स? 210. तो 210 रिप्रेजेंट हाउ मच परसेंटेज? सिंस वी हैव गॉट द टोटल मार्क्स दैट इज 1500. सो आउट ऑफ दिस 1500, इफ मतलब ही ऑलरेडी स्कोर 25%, but even though he is failed by 210 marks, it means that what does 210 marks represent in percentage? So how we will calculate? 210 upon 1500 into 100%. So whatever this percentage plus 25, that will be passing percentage. अभी क्लियर है कि नहीं दिस क्वेश्चन? और वी कैन अप्रोच दिस क्वेश्चन इन अनदर वे. 55% marks, by scoring 55% mark he is passed by 240 marks. So what we will do? We will convert 240 into percentage and we will subtract that percentage from 55. Then also we will reach to passing percentage. अभी कोई डाउट है इस क्वेश्चन में तो बताइए. सही है. सो नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे चलें. Online student, if you have any doubt, any problem, okay, comment in the chat box. After the end of the lecture we are going to discuss it. Okay, so see, the same thing is done. We have calculated how much 210 represent in percentage. 210 upon 1500 into 100, that is 14%, and the student already scored 25% marks. So 25 plus 14, that comes to be 39%. It means that the exam over which this question is based, in that examination the passing percentage is 39. Okay, moving to the next question, the similar question. See, if a student is scored 36% marks, okay, if a student is scored 36% marks, then he is failed by 32 marks. But when he scored 48% mark, he is passed by 64 marks. So find the passing percentage. Same thing. This will represent the passing percentage when the student score 36% marks, then he is failed by 32 marks. When the student score 48% marks, then he is passed by 64 marks. It means that what is the difference between these percentages, 36 and 48? 12%. It means that 12% represent how much marks? 96. So if 12% represent 96 marks, so 1% will be represented by 96 upon 12. So 100% marks will be represented by 800. That comes to be 800 marks. Okay, it means that the total marks of that examination is 800. Now either find the percentage of 32 and add it to the 36%, or find the percentage of marks which represent 64 and subtract it from 48. So here I calculated 32. So what does 32 marks represent in percentage? So 32 upon 800 into 100 means 4%. 32 represent 4%. So what is the passing percentage? 36 plus 4, that is 40%. So in this examination the passing percentage is 40%. अभी कोई डाउट है तो बताइए. सही है, चलिए. अब थोड़ा थोड़ा आसान लग रहा है, मतलब अब कुछ नया वेरिएबल इस टाइप का नहीं लग रहा होगा. ओके, तो जैसे जैसे हम अभी आगे प्रोसीड होंगे ना, क्वेश्चन अब आसान होते हैं क्योंकि आप लोग को बेसिक कॉन्सेप्ट्स थोड़े थोड़े पता चल चुके हैं. ठीक है, now see, this question is totally different. What the question is saying that there are two types of animals, okay, in a room. Some are cats and some are dogs. Okay, each cat takes 7 biscuits and each dog takes 9 biscuits. Okay, if total number of biscuits which are present in the room is 355, okay, then find out कितने डॉग्स हैं और कितने कैट्स. क्वेश्चन समझ में आ गया? कोई डॉग किसी भी कैट का बिस्किट नहीं खा रहा है, ये हमें मान के चलना है. सब लोग अपना अपना हिस्सा पूरा खा रहे हैं. ठीक है, ये दो कंडीशन को मान के चलना है. अब उसके बाद क्वेश्चन सॉल्व करना है. तो देखिए क्या है कि टोटल एनिमल्स कितने हैं, हाउ मेनी एनिमल्स आर मेंशन्ड. टोटल नंबर ऑफ एनिमल इन दैट पर्टिकुलर रूम इज 45. आउट ऑफ दिस 45, 7 are cats, sorry, 7 biscuit will be eaten by cats and 9 biscuit will be eaten by dogs. Okay, देखिए अब हमने क्या किया, this question can be solved by two method. First method we are discussing and the second method is alligation method. Okay, now in this lecture also we are going to get a slight overview of alligation method. Okay, in detail we are going to discuss that method in ratio and proportion. Okay, but since we have encountered a question, so I try to introduce that concept here also. Okay, in detail we are going to discuss that particular method of solving the question in mixture and alligation chapter. Okay, so first of all see here, total number of animals are how many? 45. Out of these some are cats and some are dogs. Okay, the cat is going to eat how many biscuits? 7, and the dogs are going to eat 9. So we can split it as 7 plus 2. Why 7 plus 2? In order to make uniformity of 7. Okay, it means that these 45 animals, out of these 45 animals, few are cats, few are dogs. Cat is going to eat 7 biscuit, dog is going to eat 9 biscuit or 7 plus 2 biscuits. It means that every animal is going to eat at least 7 biscuit. भाई कैट 7 बिस्किट कंज्यूम कर रही है, डॉग 9 कर रहा है. इट मीन्स हम ये कह सकते हैं कि हर एक एनिमल जो भी उस रूम में है वो 7 बिस्किट तो कंज्यूम कर ही रहा है, बिकॉज नो बडी इज गोइंग टू कंज्यूम लेस देन 7. ओके, सो आउट ऑफ दिस 45 एनिमल्स, every animal is going to consume 7 biscuit. So out of 355 biscuits, how many biscuits are consumed? See, 45 into 7, because all the animals, whether it is dog or cat, both are going to consume at least 7 biscuits. So it means that total biscuit which is consumed will be 45 into 7, it means that 315 biscuits. यहां तक समझ में आया? How many are the total biscuits present in that room? 355. So 355 minus 315, that is 40 biscuits. It means that if dog and cats both are going to consume only 7 biscuits, then we are left with how many biscuits? 40 biscuits. अब that 40 biscuits is dogs are going to consume or cats are going to consume? How many we have remaining biscuits? 40. So those 40 biscuit, who is going to consume? Dog or cat? See, the maximum limit of cat is 7. We have already taken into consideration. But the maximum limit of dog is 9. But we have taken only up to 7. It means that these 40 biscuits will be consumed by dog. Okay. So in our calculation up to this part, 315, what we assume that dog is also going to consume only 7, but in reality how many biscuits are going to be consumed by dog? 9. It means that each dog has 2 biscuits remaining. Matlab every dog has to eat 9 biscuits, but we have provided them only 7. It means that the remaining biscuit will be distributed equally among the remaining dogs or among the dogs. Okay. So how many biscuits are remaining? 40, and each dog is left with 2 biscuits. It means that how many dogs are going to consume this 40 biscuits? Akash? 20 dogs. Because total biscuit are remaining 40 and we have provided each dog only 7. It means that every dog is left with a share of 2 biscuits. Okay, it means that these 40 biscuits will be distributed among the dogs only. So how many dogs are going to consume these 40 biscuits? 20. It means that in that room only 20 dogs are present, isn't it? So out of 45, how many dogs are present? 20. Out of 45, 20 will be the dogs and 25 will be the cats. This is the answer. अब बताइए, एनी डाउट? कोई भी फॉर्मूला हमने यूज किया? हाँ यार देखो, इट्स टोटली डिपेंड अपॉन योर प्रैक्टिस. सी व्हाट आई डिड, आई हैव ट्राइड टू मतलब include all the variety of questions. Okay, all the language which I found, which are the part of percentage or using the concept of percentage, what are the different language has been used. I have taken one question from each of those varieties, so that whenever you are going to encounter any question, that will give you some confidence that okay, either we know that completely or we have some linkages, so that you will not feel fear of attempting that question. Okay, so all the varieties I have chosen. So अभी ये क्वेश्चन समझ में आया कि नहीं? what we did here आया? अब देखिए इसी क्वेश्चन को हम एलिगेशन मेथड से और देख लें एक बार. अगर उसमें थोड़ी सी घबराहट होती है तो डोंट फील पैनिक, बिकॉज वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस दैट मेथड इन डिटेल इन मिक्सचर एंड एलिगेशन. ओके, topic itself name is mixture and alligation, so there we are going to see that method in detail. Okay, but for time being let us have some exposure about that method. Now see, only this is called alligation, and this method is going to solve all the question. See here, okay, alligation. See, how many are the total number of biscuits? How many are the total number of biscuits? 355. So we have written 355 in between. Okay. Now, how many are the cats? We are not aware. We have to find out that. And how many are dogs? That too we are not aware. So for the first thing, what we will do in allegation, we will assume that all the 45 animals are cat. See, allegation doesn't provide us the result. एलिगेशन हमें रेशियो देता है किसी भी क्वांटिटी का, हम उन्हें आपस में एलिगेट करते हैं, ठीक है. तो जो फाइनल आउटपुट ऑफ एलिगेशन इज ऑलवेज द रेशियो. ओके, एलिगेशन इज नॉट एनी मेथड विच इज डायरेक्टली गोइंग टू गिव अस द एब्सोल्यूट वैल्यू. इट ऑलवेज गोइंग टू प्रोवाइड द रेशियो ऑफ द टू थिंग्स, एंड एलिगेशन इज एप्लीकेबल ओनली वेयर two things are present. If the quantity is 3, then allegation fails there. Okay, these are some of the limitations, but majority of the question, or in fact we can say that all question contains only the ratio with regard to two variables only. Either take the example of milk and water, alcohol and water, spirit and water. That is tap and pipe and cistern. So that is a part of time and work. We will discuss that too, okay, under separate head, pipe and cistern. I think that you are asking about, there are 3 pipes, A, B and C. The water is flowing, matlab A and B are inlet pipe, C is outlet pipe. So in how much time the tank will fill or tank will empty? These type of questions we will discuss in detail, okay, under the head pipe and cisterns, okay. But for time being here, see, so what does allegation provide us? Allegation always provide us the ratio, okay, and ratio and percentage are dependent quantities. They are not absolute, as I already told you. Percentage means what? With respect to something is called percentage. अपने आप में percentage is nothing, okay. So percentage and ratio, both these are dependent quantities. These are not absolute, okay. So here see, allegation. In this method, total number of biscuits present were 355. How many total number of animals were there? 45. So first of all, up to this level, left. Now focus on left, okay. Suppose all the 45 animals are cat, okay, it's our assumption, and each cat is going to consume how many biscuits? 7. So how many biscuit will be consumed by all 45 animals if they all are cats? 45 into 7, that comes to be 315. 45 into 7. So if all the 45 animals were cat, then the total number of biscuits they are going to consume is 315. Now take the example of dogs. Now assume all the 45 animals are dog. Now how many biscuits they are going to consume? Since it is mentioned in the question that each dog is going to consume 9 biscuits, so 45 into 9, that is total number of biscuits will be consumed will be 405. Okay, यहाँ तक कोई डाउट है? अब now see how many biscuits are actually present? 355. So ये जो बीच की क्वांटिटी है ना, ऊपर की जो 2 क्वांटिटी आएंगी, ऑलवेज एलिगेशन मेथड में एक क्वांटिटी इससे बड़ी होगी और एक क्वांटिटी इससे छोटी होगी. ऑलवेज in allegation this will happen. One quantity will be greater than the middle one and one quantity will be smaller than the middle one. अब हमें करना क्या है कि हमेशा बड़े वाले में से छोटे वाले को माइनस कर देना है. So here 355 minus 315. So write in this direction. 355 minus 315 comes to be 40. Here which one is greater? 405. So 405 minus 355 comes to be 50. आ गया? यहां तक समझ में आया? अभी ये मेथड थोड़ा सा अलग लग रहा होगा ना, लेकिन अभी आपको पता चल जाएगा धीमे धीमे जब हम इसको डिटेल में डिस्कस करेंगे ना. और आई विल गिव यू अ लिस्ट ऑल्सो कि हम क्या पुट करेंगे तो किस चीज़ का हमको रेशियो मिलेगा. आई विल प्रोवाइड यू दैट लिस्ट ऑल्सो कि वॉट वी विल पुट हियर सो दैट वॉट एवर वी आर गेटिंग द रेशियो. When we are going to put cost price here, we are going to get the ratio of profit or loss. When we are going to put the percentage increase, then we are going to get the ratio of what things I am going to give you in the list. Okay, so see here, 355 minus 315, 40, 405 minus 355 is 50. So the ratio, actually the ratio will be cancel out 0 0. It means that 5 and 4. ठीक है, it means that the ratio of cat to ratio of dog is 5:4. This portion is cat, this portion is dog, so cat ratio dog is 5:4. यहां तक समझ में आया? It means that total animals कितने हुए हमारे क्वेश्चन के हिसाब से, अकॉर्डिंग टू आवर क्वेश्चन, हाउ मेनी आर द टोटल नंबर ऑफ एनिमल्स? 9. आउट ऑफ दिस 9, 5 आर कैट्स एंड 4 आर डॉग्स. सो टोटल नंबर ऑफ एनिमल 9. बट अकॉर्डिंग टू क्वेश्चन, व्हाट आर द टोटल नंबर ऑफ एनिमल्स? 45. Isn't it? So our 9 is equal to questions 45. It means that our 1 is equal to questions 5. So if they are going to ask how many cats are present, so our number of cat is 5, but according to the question our number of cat will be 5 into 5, that is 25, and our number of dog is 4, but according to the question 5, that is 20. So 25 cats and 20 dogs. When we will add, हाँ, रेशियो नहीं, देखिए मैं क्या बोल रहा हूँ कि सपोज करिए, इस क्वेश्चन को मैं समझाता हूँ कि टोटल 355 बिस्किट्स हैं. अब अगर सारे के सारे कैट होती तो कुछ बिस्किट्स बच जाते. कितने बिस्किट्स बचते? 40. अगर सारे के सारे डॉग्स होते तो कितने बिस्किट कम पड़ते? 50. उसका हमने रेशियो ले लिया, वो इन्वर्स हो जाएगा. दैट इज द रेशियो गेट इन्वर्टेड. This is the alligation method. Actually this is a method in itself. Okay, that's why I told you people that don't get panic with this method. We are going to discuss in detail this method in a proper head called mixture and alligation. अच्छा, have you heard the name of alligation method? Till now आप लोगों ने कभी नाम भी नहीं सुना alligation. हाँ, not for math. For what you have अच्छा ओके, नो दिस इज एलिगेशन मेथड. ओके, अभी ये क्लियर है. अब देखिए, मतलब ये द बेस्ट पार्ट ऑफ एलिगेशन मेथड इज दैट सारे कैलकुलेशन को बड़ा शॉर्ट आउट कर देता है. बट द लिमिटेशन इज दैट इट डज नॉट प्रोवाइड द एब्सोल्यूट सोल्यूशन, इट प्रोवाइड्स ओनली द रेशियो. जस्ट लाइक हियर वी गॉट द रेशियो ना. ठीक है, आगे चलें. Now see, have you heard about this type of question? In a zoo there are rabbits and pigeons, खरगोश and कबूतर. If heads are counted, there are 280 heads, but if we are going to count the legs, that comes to be 820. So find out how many pigeons are there. See, head तो एक ही होगा, इसमें तो कोई डाउट नहीं है ना. चाहे पिजन हो और रैबिट हो, हेड विल बी सिंगल, बट द वेरिएशन कम्स विद रिस्पेक्ट टू द नंबर ऑफ लेग्स. फॉर पिजन्स हाउ मेनी लेग? 2. फॉर रैबिट हाउ मेनी लेग? 4. सो कैन वी कंपेयर दिस क्वेश्चन टू द प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन? See, there what was given? Total animals are 45. Here, since it is mentioned that total number of heads are 280, it means that total number of animals are 280. See, try to see the, when we are going to read the question, then there is lot of variation, but when we are going to compare the concept, then see both are same. There 45 animals were there. Here how many animals? 280. Okay. There each animal is going to consume, each dog is going to consume, each cat is going to consume 7 biscuit. Here each pigeon will consume or will have 2 legs. There each dog is going to consume 9 biscuit. Here each rabbit is going to have 4 legs. So see, language is trying to projecting the question different, but the facts and the data which are given is exactly same. The concept behind both these questions are also same. अभी ठीक है? दोनों क्वेश्चन में there is no any difference. So आगे इसके सॉल्यूशन पे बढ़ा जाए. See here, first of all we are going to see this method. Okay, there total animals were 45. Here total animals are 280. Pigeon and rabbit. Pigeon have 2 legs, rabbit have 4. So we will split it into 2 in accordance with this. Okay, so every animals will have at least 2 legs, no doubt in that. Okay, so if there are 280 animals, then how many legs will get compromised for 280 heads? Minimum 280 into 2, because each of the animals, either we are going to take pigeon or rabbit, each will possess at least 2 legs. All pigeons will also possess 2 legs and all rabbits will also possess at least 2 legs. Okay, so total number of legs for 280 animal is 280 into 2, that is 560. Okay, do one correction here, instead of head write it legs, otherwise whenever you will get this soft copy it will create problem. Mention percentage chapter 1, question number I will tell you. So 560 legs. Okay, so out of total 820 legs, 560 are the legs which we have calculated. So subtract it, how many still legs are remaining? 260. So these 260 extra legs were also seen. So these 260 legs will be of which animal? Pigeon or rabbit? Rabbit. And each rabbit, 2 legs we haven't counted. We have counted only 2 legs of each rabbit. So 2 legs is still remaining for each rabbit, and that makes 260 extra legs. So how many rabbits are present? 260 divided by 2, that is 130. समझ में आ रहा है? So 130 are the total number of rabbits are present. So how many will be pigeon? 150, because total number of animals are 280. सही है? ठीक है, इसको हम एलिगेशन से देख लें एक बार. सी हियर, टोटल नंबर ऑफ लेग्स कितने हैं? अब देखिए आपको ये भी डाउट होगा सर हम बीच में क्या क्वांटिटी पुट करें, हम हेड पुट करें या लेग पुट करें, मतलब हम बिस्किट पुट करें टोटल नंबर ऑफ, या टोटल नंबर ऑफ एनिमल्स पुट करें. तो सी बीच में हमें क्या पुट करना होगा एलिगेशन में? तो हमें वो चीज़ पुट करना होगा जो वेरी हो सकती हो. फॉर एग्जांपल हेड तो सेम है ना, फॉर एवरी पिजन देयर इज़ 1 हेड, फॉर एवरी रैबिट देयर इज़ 1 हेड. तो वो हमको पुट करने से कुछ मिलेगा नहीं. हाँ, इफ़ वी आर गोइंग टू पुट द लेग्स देन हमें मिलेगा, क्योंकि रैबिट का लेग अलग है नंबर ऑफ लेग्स और पिजन के नंबर ऑफ लेग्स अलग हैं. सो वॉट एवर वी आर गोइंग टू पुट इन मिडिल ऑफ एलिगेशन मेथड, दैट इज दैट क्वांटिटी विच विल वेरी for the two different quantities. Okay, so here is the total number of legs which is mentioned in the question is 820. Now 820 are the total number of legs and total number of animal are 280. So first of all we will assume that all the 280 animals are pigeon. So in that scenario, how many total number of legs? Each pigeon have 2 legs and all 280 animals are pigeon. So total number of legs will be 280 into 2, that is 560. This part done. Now move to this part. Now we will consider that all the 280 animals are rabbits. So total number of legs will be 280 into 4, that comes to be 1120. Now subtract it from the larger one to the smaller one. So here 820 minus 560 comes to be 260. Here 1120 minus 820 comes to be 300. It means that the ratio of pigeon to rabbit is 300 ratio 260, or we can say that 15:13. How 15:13 came? 13 came. See, divided by cancel 0 0 and now 2 15 ja and 2 13. Now here prime number, it will not get to, it will not get further divided. So the ratio is 15:13. It means that in our solution part, how many total number of animals? 28. Out of this 28, 15 are pigeon and 13 are rabbit. But in question, how many total number of animals were there? 280. It means that our 28 is questions 280. Okay. So our one is questions 10. So what has been asked in the question? How many are the total number of pigeons or rabbit, or we have to find out both, suppose. Then according to us, how many total number of pigeons? 15 according to our solution. But in question it has been asked, so multiply it by 10 because 1 represent 10. So multiply it by 10, 150, and for a rabbit multiply it by 10, it will become. बताइए समझ में आया कि नहीं आप लोग को? हाँ, रेशियो ये जो इंटू 10 में कर रहा हूँ, ये हमेशा इजी होगा. Always it will be easy. See, the main purpose of following this method is that only to decrease the calculation part. So it will always be either 10 or नहीं ऐसा नहीं होगा. नहीं देखिए, see, the first thing as I already told you that we are, हाँ एब्सोल्यूट ही आएगी. नहीं यार ऐसा, I haven't seen any question. See यार, what I mean to say that the questions which are formed in CSAT ना, these questions are not for checking your calculation. These questions are checking your logic. The questions which are made in CSAT is generally intended towards the checking your logic. Okay, so they don't want you to practice or to do lot many calculations there. Okay, the main purpose is that whether you are approaching to a given problem or not, everybody can divide, everybody can multiply, so that is not the issue. And even when you are in service also, you have calculator, everybody possesses. Nobody is going to do all the calculation by hand. Okay, so checking your calculation is the concern in SSC, not in UPSC. Okay, and there also there is no any need, but they have to segregate students, so at least they have to choose any parameter, so they are choosing such type of parameters there, because if they will incorporate mains answer writing, then who is going to check the question paper of almost 20 lakh 30 lakh students? In UPSC, in fact, hardly the students who are qualifying prelims are 20,000 or 15,000, so it is possible. But in SSC everybody is going to give. So you understood the code idea now, what I want to convey. Questions will be easy, solution will be easy, and the calculation will also be easy. अभी ये बताइए, ये कंसेप्ट समझ में आया आप लोग को? इसके साथ हमारा परसेंटेज खत्म, फर्स्ट पार्ट. अब चूंकि वी हैव डिस्कस द फर्स्ट पार्ट, अब सेकंड पार्ट आसान रहेगा, क्योंकि ऑलमोस्ट आई डोंट थिंक दैट एनी न्यू कंसेप्ट इज गोइंग टू come in your way in percentage second. Okay, so by the end of this particular topic, first part, do you have any doubt to any questions? Today you will get the soft copy of this also. I have asked them, they will provide you. Okay, so shall we proceed to next part? Okay, see, this question is also same question, but see again the language is different. Okay, but the concept behind this question is also the same. What this question is saying, that the population of a town is 6,000. If the males are increased by 5% and females are increased by 9%, then population will become 6,500. Okay, ठीक है. Find the number of males and females. See, definitely it means that we have to consider here male and female both separately. Okay, the population of a town is 6,000. Okay, 6,000 is the total population of the town, and out of these 6%, few will be males, few will be females. Okay, male has increased by 5% and female increased by 9%. Their population has increased, and the total increase in the population is 500. See here, it means that this 500 comprise of two things: male percentage increase 5% and female percentage increase, that is 9%. ये clear है? Earlier the population of town was 6,000. Now its population become 6,500. Males increased by 5% and female increased by 9%. It means that this extra 500 is the result of 5% increase in male and 9% increase in female. इतना ही है ना? So now see, try to split it. Since male is 5% and female is 9, so we can say that 5% male, 5% female plus 4% female. Okay? अब समझिए आप, male and female, when we add the total number of males and total number of females, it is 6,000, because in a town either there will be male or there will be female. ये तो clear है. So if we are going to add the total number of males and total number of females, they are making 6,000. So 5% males are increasing, females are increasing by 9%, but we will split it into 5 plus 4. So for a time being, consider that females are also increasing by 5%. It means that 5% of male plus female, अभी ये 4% leave it, leave this 4% of female, try to focus on this. 5% मेल प्लस 5% फीमेल इंक्रीज हो रहे हैं. यहां तक समझ में आया? मेल प्लस फीमेल है क्या? दिस इज 60,000 ओनली ना. सो 5% ऑफ 60,000 विल बी 300. फाइव % ऑफ 6,000 इज 300. आया समझ में यहां तक? अच्छा, अभी समझते हैं, पहले कंप्लीट कर लेते हैं, फिर जहां डाउट होगा देखते हैं. तो 300 पॉपुलेशन बढ़ा और 300 पॉपुलेशन विल इंक्रीज इफ मेल एंड फीमेल both are increased by 5%, or we can say that the entire population has been increased by 5%. तो हमने कॉमनली मान लिया कि बोथ हैज इंक्रीज बाई 5%, तो 300. बट इन एक्चुअली हाउ मच पॉपुलेशन हैज इंक्रीज्ड? 500. इट मीन्स दैट आउट ऑफ दिस 500, 300 is balanced by 5% increase in male and 5% increase in female. Remaining 200 is the result of 4% increase in female. This remaining 200 is the result of 4% increase in female. समझ में आ रहा है? So 4% increase in female is equal to 200. So how many are the females? हम निकाल सकते हैं. मान लिया फीमेल कुछ भी हो, इसका 4% जब हम कैलकुलेट कर रहे हैं तो वो हमारा 200 आ रहा है. तो फीमेल्स हम निकाल सकते हैं. 4% ऑफ फीमेल इज 200. देखिए ना, ट्राई टू अंडरस्टैंड. 4% ऑफ फीमेल इज 200. सो 1% ऑफ फीमेल विल बी so 100% फीमेल विल बी यहाँ पे I have followed another method, but try to understand this method. 2% female, sorry, 4% female represent 200, so 1% female will represent 50, so 100% female will represent 5,000. It means that out of this 6,000, female correspond to 5,000 and male correspond to 1,000. Okay? क्योंकि 5,000 तो फीमेल हैं, सो 1,000 ही तो मेल होंगे. फाइंड द नंबर ऑफ मेल एंड फीमेल. अभी बताइए, क्वेश्चन जहां नहीं समझ में आया मेरे को पूछिए आप, मैं आप लोग को डाउट क्लियर करता हूं. कहां नहीं समझ में आया है? आंसर यही तो है, 5,000 एंड 1,000. वो तो बढ़ गई ना. अच्छा, सी व्हाट आई एम सेइंग दैट कि परसेंटेज आप लोग बोल रहे हो 6,500 लेना चाहिए. हमने 6,000 क्यों लिया? हाँ, एग्जैक्टली मैं बता रहा हूँ कि जो इनिशियल क्या है, व्हाट इज द इनिशियल वैल्यू? 6,000. समथिंग हैपेंड इन बिटवीन, then it becomes 6,500. So whatever is increasing, that is increasing of 6,000 only ना. 6,000 पे कुछ increase होके it is becoming 6,500. So while calculating the percentage, see the population of female is 5,000, the population of male is 1,000. Now male has increased by 5% and females has increased by 9%. So in order to accumulate these increase of male and female, when we are going to combine the increment of male and female with the original population, then we are getting 6,500. We have to always focus on initial value na. 6,500 is the final value, it is the final result, final conclusion. अभी कोई डाउट है तो बताइए, why I have taken 6,000 instead of 6,500 or any doubt in this question? हाँ हाँ, निकालिए डाउट. हाँ, सी हाँ, 1300 और 5200 मैं नहीं बोल रहा हूँ. 6,500 हो जाती है. 6,500 में अब आप ध्यान से देखिए, सी ये जो 300 है ना, ये 300 इज नॉट ओनली बिकॉज ऑफ मेल. इन दिस 300, 5% of male and 5% of female both are involved. But in this 200 only 4% females. ठीक है, अभी एग्जैक्टली अगर आप पूछें कि कितने मेल्स बड़े हैं तो आई एम गोइंग टू कैलकुलेट. अभी सही है, अभी सारे डाउट आपके क्लियर हैं. अंजलि आप बताइए कोई डाउट है तो. पल्लवी मैम आप बताइए, पक्का कोई डाउट नहीं है? आगे चलूं? उसमें इंक्रीज हो रहा है ना, तो उसे हम लेंगे. कॉस्ट प्राइस पे निकालते हैं. सेम, सी only the nomenclature has changed. Suppose what I mean to say, I have earned a profit of 20%. अरे 20% प्रॉफिट बोल लीजिए. उस केस में अगर 100 रुपीज़ मेरा कॉस्ट प्राइस है, उस पर 20% मैं प्रॉफिट अर्न कर रहा हूँ, 120 हो गया. या तो आप उसे बोल लीजिए पॉपुलेशन 100 थी, 20% बढ़ गई, वो अब 120 हो गई. सो आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू इन प्रीवियस लेक्चर दैट ओनली नोमेनक्लेचर इज गोइंग टू चेंज. The concept lying behind all this chapter is same. That's why I am saying that there is no any need to memorize any formula. अभी क्या है, अभी ये पॉपुलेशन की जगह मैं कॉस्ट प्राइस पुट कर देता हूँ, और ये जो इंक्रीमेंट हो रहा है 5%, 9%, इसको मैं एक कंबाइन ले लेता हूँ कि 10% प्रॉफिट हो रहा है. क्वेश्चन क्या चेंज हो जाएगा? नथिंग इज गोइंग टू चेंज. Depending upon the language we have categorized the question. Okay, this question will become a portion of profit and loss, this will become portion of percentage. अब tell me how you can differentiate percentage from profit and loss. अरे we are mentioning the profit as a percentage only, so can we separate that question that no, this question is only of profit and loss and not of percentage? Not possible. In this question also we have taken a concept of ratio also, ratio and proportion also. So the we can we say that we can't use ratio and proportion in this question? No, we can't say. Everything is the same, everything is same. There is only single approach which we are going to apply and which we are applying till now. No any formula, single approach. Try to understand, try to just increase your depth of understanding, then you will realize that all these are useless things. Formula, shortcut, no any use. Only try to comprehend the question, what actually the question is trying to ask. And once you have developed your in-depth understanding, then a question can't make you worry, or it can't attract any fear from your side. अभी ये क्वेश्चन क्लियर है? कोई और कोई एंगल के किसी एंगल से कोई भी डाउट इसमें, so that I can clarify that. चले, अब सी, this is the line diagram which I draw in order to make you more clarity, but instead of this we can solve the question in one line also. Okay, and after taking the example of one or two question, another question which came, I solved it. I solved that question in one line only. Okay, so if directly we are going to use, or I will show you one line solution, then it might create problem to you people. So first of all, try to understand this line diagram, what this line diagram is going to say or want to say. See, in an election, acha, first of all, see, when there is an election, there is an electoral roll. Okay, electoral roll represent the name of all the voters of that particular constituency. So one thing is that electoral roll, the other thing is that all the persons name which are mentioned in electoral roll, they don't vote. But voting percentage is never 100%. Okay, somebody skip themselves from voting. So first thing is that electoral roll, it is the total number of persons who are registered for voting in a particular constituency, or total number of voters. will be represented by electoral roll. Out of this total number, some voter will cast the vote and some voter will refrain from voting. Means they will not go to the polling booth and cast the vote. Okay. Now, those voters who have casted their vote, out of those casted vote, some votes will be valid and some votes will be invalid. In earlier time, now EVM came, but before EVM there was a ballot system in which what was there in ballot system, why some votes were considered invalid. The reason is that, see, if suppose in a constituency there are 10 candidates were there of different parties or independent, so their name and their symbol, name, symbol, name, symbol, name, symbol, all these things in one paper. Then voter, what voter did? Voter take that paper, take a stamp that paper, fold it and put it in the ballot box. Sometime what happened, why the votes are considered to be invalid? We have to apply stamp here, but in some scenario by mistake stamps get here. In that scenario, this particular vote is considered as invalid vote. We are not going to use this in counting. These are rejected. Some people, what they do, they took a ink and they will there is a hole in the ballot box where we put this paper, so they will take a ink and fill that ballot box with the ink, so all these paper get spoiled. So in that scenario also, all the votes of that ballot box are considered to be invalid, because it will become very difficult to differentiate the person the person chooses which candidate, not clear. So all these votes are considered to be invalid. So first thing, total number of voters by the electoral roll. Now how many casted votes? All the voters or those voters who took part in the voting activity, they are considered to be total vote cast. And out of this total casted votes, now again two category, a category of valid votes and the category of invalid votes. Invalid votes will not be counted, so only valid votes will be counted, and depending upon these valid votes, candidates win or lose. अभी समझ में आ गया पूरा चीज? Now we are moving to the question. So see here, what question is saying that in an election 2 candidates participated. सिर्फ 2 persons participated. 20% of the vote declared invalid. It means that in this question all the persons are participating. Okay, because nothing like that mentioned that somebody have voted or somebody did not voted. This is not mentioned. So in the absence of that data, we will consider that everybody has participated. So 20% of the votes declared invalid. So suppose voting list comprise of 100 votes. We will consider, take 100. Suppose 100 are the total number of voters in the voting list, and all these 100% participated in voting. Okay, so total number of votes polled is 100. Out of this 100, 20% are invalid. So how many valid votes are there? 80. All the countings will be done with respect to these 80 votes. 20 votes are rejected due to some due to any issues. Now the winner gets 70% of the valid votes. See, 70% of valid votes. It means that winner is getting 70% of 80, not 100. It is clearly mentioned in the question that winner is getting 70% of valid votes. Okay, it means that out of this valid vote, how much percentage vote is in the favor of that candidate who lose the election? 30. Winner is getting 70%, it means loser is getting 30% of the valid vote. So out of this 80 votes, 70% is in the favor of winner and 30% is in favor of loser. Now winner gets 70% of the valid votes and won by 9,600 votes. It means that 70% vote is gone in favor of winner and 30% gone in favor of loser. Sorry. And in the entire process, the winner got how much more votes than loser? 9,600 vote is the total number of votes which winner gets more than loser. Okay, is it clear? So see, what is the difference in the percentage? 30 is percent of the vote received by the loser, 70% vote is received by the winner. So how much is the difference in the percentage of vote? 40. And this 40% of vote is equal to 9,600. This particular point is clear or not? First of all, tell me. The difference in the percentage of vote represent the number of votes by which the winner win. This is the catch here. In fact, it is very unfair to see the to call it as a catch because it's very simple. 40% is equal to 9600. Is it clear or not? Clear? So this 40% is of what? Is of 100? No, this 40% is of 80, na? Because 80 is the only valid votes and all the calculation goes around the valid votes only. So 40% represent 9600 and this 40% is of whom? Is of valid votes. Valid votes are 80. So 40% of 80 . 40% of 80. Okay, this we have to calculate. (32 votes). Okay, it means that 32 will represent 9600. Clear है कि नहीं? नहीं है तो 32। अच्छा, ये कंसेप्ट आपको समझ में आ रहा है कि इन दोनों के डिफरेंस जो है वो 40% है। 40% रिप्रेजेंट 9600। तो 40% आई ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू परसेंटेज इन इटसेल्फ इज नथिंग। 40% ऑफ व्हाट? 40% ऑफ वैलिड वोट्स। वैलिड वोट कितना है? 80। सो वी विल कैलकुलेट ना कि 80 का 40% कितना होगा। तो 40% of 80 is 32. So 32 represent 9600. So 1 represent 300. What has been asked? Find the number of votes in the voting list. Voting list में कितने हैं? 100. But 1 represent 300. तो 100 will represent 30,000. So voting list में कितने वोट हो गए? 30,000 and the valid vote कितने हैं? 80. 1 vote is 300, so valid vote is 300 into 80, 24,000. Go through this question. If you have any doubt, do ask me. या देखिए, अब फॉर्मूला याद नहीं करना है, कोई शॉर्टकट याद नहीं करना है तो थोड़ा सा तो ध्यान रखना पड़ेगा ना। अब वो थोड़ा सा ध्यान से पढ़ेंगे तो वो आप समझ जाएंगे, वो हिंट आपको क्वेश्चन में ही दिया हुआ है। हाँ हाँ, from where they will make the question. What I am saying that I have covered all the aspect, all the languages which I found across UPSC and from some other important books. If I find while selecting the question, if I saw that any question that this type of question might be asked depending upon the history of UPSC, so I have collected all those questions, okay, and I am solving it here as a solved examples. After the completion of percentage, I am going to solve all the questions of UPSC which has been asked from this particular chapter, okay. अभी इस क्वेश्चन में कोई डाउट है? अच्छा, आफ्टर दैट आफ्टर दिस क्वेश्चन आई एम गोइंग टू डिस्कस वन मोर क्वेश्चन, दैट क्वेश्चन 2 on this line diagram, and after that question I will solve this question only in a single line, but before approaching to that single line I have to introduce one new concept and that will take time, okay. If you get good hold over that concept, then it will be very easy for you people to calculate the successive discount, successive increase, compound interest, all those things you can solve in one line, okay, after the understanding of that concept. Tomorrow is 4th na? So our class will be at 11:30 and on 5th it will be at 9 AM. You will come Akash at 9. Try to manage it. See, hardly it is going to take 2 months max. Then you are free and I will be available here. If you have any doubt throughout this session, you can contact me, okay. Okay, so moving directly to next question. Any doubt in this question? See, entire percentage almost we are at the verge of completion. हाँ हाँ हाँ, देखिए, चलिए हिंदी में ही बात करते हैं। एक पाया 70% वोट और एक पाया 30% वोट, और ये बोला जा रहा है कि जो जीता है ना वो 9600 वोट नहीं पाया है, जो जीता है वो 9600 वोट ज़्यादा पाया है। जैसे हम न्यूज़ में देखते हैं ना कि 2 कैंडिडेट हैं, ये कैंडिडेट अभी 3000 वोट से आगे चल रहे हैं, ये कैंडिडेट अभी 5000 वोट से आगे चल रहे हैं। तो सेम चीज़ यहाँ बोली जा रही है, ये जो जीता हुआ कैंडिडेट है ना, ये 9600 वोट से जीता है। इस लाइन का मतलब क्या होता है कि ये अपने ऑपोजिशन से 9600 वोट ज़्यादा पाया है। क्रिकेट मैच होता है, हम बोलते हैं ना इंडिया 20 रन से जीत गई, इसका मतलब क्या हुआ कि इंडिया दूसरे टीम से 20 रन ज़्यादा बनाई, यही होता है ना। तो सिमिलरली यहाँ पे ये बोला जा रहा है कि जो जीता है ना वो 70% वोट पाया है, जो हारा है वो 30% पाया है, और जो जीता है ना वो कितने वोट से जीता है? 9600 वोट से जीता है। इट मीन्स दैट जीतने वाले जो पार्टी है ना वो हारने वाले पार्टी से 9600 वोट ज़्यादा पाया है। एक चीज़ क्लियर हो गया, 600 वोट ज़्यादा पाया है। अच्छा, जीतने वाला पार्टी हारने वाले पार्टी से कितना ज़्यादा परसेंट वोट पाया है? कितना ज़्यादा परसेंट वोट पाया है? इट मीन्स दैट दिस इज 40%, एंड दिस 40% ऑफ व्हाट? 80। तो हम इक्वेट कर देंगे 32 इज इक्वल टू, अभी क्लियर है? पक्का? नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन एक बार जल्दी से देख लेते हैं। See, here I have introduced the concept of valid and invalid vote also, okay, so that कोई एस्पेक्ट बचा ना रहे, okay. See, in an election 2 candidates participated, 10% voters did not vote. आ गया यहाँ पे कंसेप्ट। इन प्रीवियस क्वेश्चन ऑल द वोटर्स कास्टेड देयर वोट, बट हियर 10% refrain from voting. So suppose in voting list total number of votes are 100, total number of voters are 100. Out of this 100, only 90 participated, 10 didn't participated. So total voting is 90. Out of which, now read the question very carefully. Total number of votes were 100. 10% didn't vote. How much is remaining? 90% voted. And out of which 10% votes declared invalid. Means this 10% is not of the total number of voters. This 10% is of the voters who participated. So 10% of the total votes